these Eagles. Their opponents this evening, they'll be the team wearing black, white, and red, are the Herron. They are 2-7, but they are off a big win, and both number and importance for the program, 92-69 over Indiana Math and Science. They are coached by J.D. Douglas, who is 4-28 in his second year at Herron, and overall they play in Class 3A, and their sectional is brutal.
Yeah.
They will be starting their two most prominent offensive players. Number 5, senior John Ray III. He's a 6'2 guard, averaging 15.1 points per game, 50% shooter from the field. He's joined by a guy nearly in the 50% club, a 6'3 forward, sophomore, number 13, Tylen Brown. He's averaging 12 points per game, 48% from the field. He's really slouched off there. The last game, they combined. Brown had 25, Ray had 23 against Indiana Math and Science. In the front court is number 30, a junior, 6'4", Robert Bradshaw. He's a transfer from Cathedral. Also is number 32, a junior guard, 6'2", Eric Holbrook, is a exchange student from Germany. And then the last player in the starting lineup, last but not least, number 23, Cameron Bethel, is a player just getting in. He's averaging 2 points per game. He scored those two last time out against Indiana Math and Science. He is a 6'1 sophomore guard forward wing combination.
It wouldn't be the first time we've seen Herron High School bring in some foreign exchange students and start them on their varsity roster. We saw some exchange students play on their volleyball team earlier this year, and they had a really quality volleyball team. And one slight edge I'm going to give this Herron Achaeans team over the Heritage Christian Eagles is the size-wise, Herron is just a bigger team. So just flat out, the average height is just bigger, although they don't have anyone who's towering, no one 7 feet tall, but just the average height of the players is I would say, around 6'2", and when you have consistent size throughout, it gives you a definite, albeit slight, advantage on the glass. It all depends on how you position and how you use it. So it's going to be interesting to see how Heritage Christian combats that here tonight.
To Alex's point, Herron has 6 players, 6'3" or above. That should be something to look out for in this match.
It could be, but size alone doesn't get you rebounding, and that's what I've said on many a broadcast. It's all about positioning, and it's all about technique. And so we'll see if Herron can, in effect, use their size on the glass. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the opening tip-off for you. Heritage Christian and Herron here on Indiana SRN.
Indiana SRN wants to thank all of our brave soldiers, sailors, and airmen for their dedication, service, and sacrifice for defending our freedoms and way of life. Indiana SRN wants to thank you for serving our country and risking your lives for our freedoms. May God guide and protect you in all that you do for our families. Stay strong and know we are praying and thinking of you all every day. God bless our military and the United States of America.
Welcome to Scott's Daily Word with Pastor Scott Longyear. Each day, we focus on what God has to say to us through one single word.
Here's our word for today, the word investment. And I don't want to think of it in terms of financial investment, but think about it in terms of time investment. Are the things that you're doing having an investment in a great future? In John chapter 5, in verse 27, says this, "Do not work for food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life." What the author is saying there is, don't invest yourself for food that just spoils, but invest yourself for things that endure to eternal life. Are the things that you'll do today, do they have an investment in the future? Do they have an investment in eternity? Are you helping people on their walk with Christ? Are you investing into your kids in terms of their spiritual walk? Make great investments that have spiritual dividends.
This broadcast is for the entertainment of our radio listening audience. Any rebroadcast of Indiana SRN sports without the express written consent of Sports Radio Network is prohibited. The announcers of these games are selected by Indiana SRN. If you have any questions about Indiana SRN or like to underwrite a sporting event, you may contact Mr. Wizard at jerry@indianasrn.org.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Lovell, and you're listening to the Game of the Week on Indiana SRN. And don't forget to tune in to Indiana Sports Talk right after the game. And also, don't forget to go to indianasportstalk.com and find the affiliate in your area.
You're listening to Indiana SRN.
We're back here at Heritage Christian High School. Alex Stevens and Jonathan Mathis here with you for the matchup between the Heritage Christian Eagles and the Herron High School Achaeans. As they introduce the starting lineups, let me tell you that this first quarter is brought to you by Kim Mountain Pest Control, a pest control pro for over 40-plus years. You can give them a call at 317-439-5612. And as they announce the starters for the home team on the floor, Jonathan, I want to stress to you that I do believe that Herron is up and coming. They're starting to piece things together, but I think it's going to be a tall task to knock off a team as hot as Heritage Christian right now.
I think you're probably right.
Especially at home.
I think you're probably right. Heritage Christian always plays well here, and they have the experience working for them, and they are on a roll, as we said in the opening and are saying just now. They've won 4 straight. They're 9-2. They're ranked number 11 in the most recent poll, and that's probably underselling them. Herron has had a few issues, namely the turnovers for them has been a gigantic bugaboo.
Yeah, and you can't afford to give Andrew Williams and company easy points at the rim, because more often than not they're going to convert those easy field goals, and you have to be able to limit them to 1 shot per possession. That's when you'll start to have a chance against them. But really, their success has been due to the fact that their rebounding has gotten steadily better. They've been getting multiple looks at the glass, and when you give any team, especially a good shooting team like this, multiple looks at the bucket, they are going to walk away on that possession with points.
Getting ready for the tip, Harrison Eckel will be in the middle of the circle along with Robert Bradshaw for Herron. Eckel wins it into his backcourt. Ranging very deep was Jake Doran to recover it. Herron showing pressure at midcourt as Bennett Coster gets it across the timeline. Back to Dorn, around the corner to Arterburn. He likes to shoot the 3. A little bit less prolific as he was at the beginning of the year, but he's going to line one up from the corner here. It's in and out, no good. Rebound bobbled around for Bradshaw. Corrals it and then throws a little bit of an errant pass to John Ray III, who dribbles the ball off the inside of his calf and then has to pick up his dribble far away near midcourt and then tosses an errant pass, easily intercepted by Coster. He hands it off to Williams, to Eckel. Eckel sizing up everything. Heritage Christian moving from our left to our right in white. Their shorts look like something you can go swimming in. They're board shorts with a big black band across the waist. It says Eagles in blue across the chest. The numbers are blue, trimmed in black. There's blue across the shoulders. Herron almost in all black. And underneath on the inbounds, after a little bit of an errant pass, goes to Harrison Eckel, who gets the first 2 points of the game. Harrison averaging 13 per game so far this season. Leading the attack is Cameron Bethel for Herron, and this is their first real offensive set. Finding the German exchange student, Eric Holbrook, in low. He dumps it down to John Ray III, who gets it off the glass and in, tied at 2.
Nice little floater in the paint there by John Ray III. Turnaround.
Pressure being demonstrated by Herron. Half length of the court pass from Williams to Arterburn gets the Eagles across the timeline before the ball finds its way back into the hands of Williams as he begins the offense. Left side down low. Eckel ignoring the back down of Bradshaw, set up a Williams 3 that is in and out. Rebound Bethel, and here comes the Achaeans. Off the break, dumping it down low. Holbrook blocked by Arterburn, out of bounds in favor of the visitors in black uniforms. 6 minutes, 21 seconds left here in this opening quarter. Just a little over a minute and a half gone. Aaron entry pass, turnover. Eckel, he'll go from his left hand, drawing a foul on Ray and laying it in. He's going to be able to earn a couple more at the line. First foul of the game goes against the senior, the high-scoring John Ray.
And you can already see the turnovers starting to show their head for the Achaeans. Just some sloppy passes that have been pretty easily intercepted by the Eagles. And if you give the Eagles a fast break opportunity, more often than not, they're going to burn you.
And Eckel does make Herron pay. 5 points for Harrison Eckel. Herron averages 26 turnovers per game. That is now 207 overall in the season, including the 2 tonight. Ray looking to respond, hops through the lane, puts up a right-hander.
Wow.
That's nothing but net. Nice move by John Ray.
Just would you call that a running hook shot, Jonathan?
It was something. Running little pop, 5-4. And Heritage Christian attacks and draws a foul, I believe, on Holbrook.
Yeah, it was Jack Arterburn really challenging the teeth of the defense, and he'll walk away with a foul.
Tylen Brown is the perpetrator. Underneath the Heritage Christian basket to our right, a story below the court. Eckel gets the inbounds and fouled again. If that's on Tylen Brown, it's a second. The basket is good. It is on Tylen. So 2 fouls in quick succession. Eckel has 7, looking for 8 if this is good.
So it's John Ray the third 4, Harrison Eckel 7, looking for 8.
Indeed. How about that for the first 2 minutes of the game? 5:51 is what remains on the first quarter scoreboard. Eckel's free throw hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim before popping out. A sub for Herron is Grant Williams, a player to look out for. His dad was a veteran of the North Central Carmel battles in the late 80s, early 90s. A 3 on the way from Bethel, no good. Eckel, you've heard his name a lot. He gets the rebound to go along with the 7 points. Has it to Williams, through the lane, right hand, yes, and the foul.
Wow. How do you defend that, Jonathan? Just knifing through the lane, the little scoop shot off the glass. So tough to defend.
I don't think you can.
No, I don't think there's anything you can do.
The foul goes against Grant Williams, 6'5". We just spoke. His ears were burning with his black and green shoes. Free throw is good by Williams. He is 78% on the season. He's got 3 points now. 10-4 is the score. Just under 5.5 to go in this opening quarter. Herron is looking for some aggressiveness from Williams, as we see Bethel demonstrating some aggressiveness as he gets a jumper in the lane to go. 2 for him, but a little too aggressive the last time down the court for Grant Williams. Eckel and Doran get the ball across the timeline into the corner. 3-ball, corner pocket from Jack Arterburn. No good. Rebound. A long one goes to Ray, who fires an Andrew Luck pass across the court, out of bounds, as they'll say it's deflected by Heritage Christian, and that ball rolled out the entryway, probably down the street and across the interstate.
Those 6 points by Herron so far have not come easy. Some really tough shots, but they're converting them well. If they can keep that up, they may be able to give the Eagles some trouble.
Bethel will inbound it. He has two of the 6 points. John Ray III has acrobatically scored the other 4. The inbound to Holbrook, spinning towards his right, towards the baseline, through an entry pass that skipped out of bounds. Bradshaw was not able to corral it. It wasn't really in his reach. And another turnover for the Achaeans.
3 minutes in, 3 quick turnovers for the Achaeans.
10-6 the score in favor of the home team in white and blue. Heritage Christian has it to their best player, Andrew Williams, across the court. Takes it from the coast to the other one, but leaves the layup a little strong off the side of the rim. It's a Bradshaw, but that ball is stolen away. Doran took it, gives it to Williams. The nice give and go is good for Williams. 5 for him, 12 for the Eagles. They lead by 6. 4:30 to go. 12-6 the score. Heritage Christian basically led the whole way. A couple ties. This rebound is snared by Eckel. The shot was no good by Ray, and another foul is called. It is the 4th, I believe. It is on Bradshaw, his first, team's 4th.
Not to correct you, Jonathan, but according to the scoreboard, they have 5 sitting up there, so I might have missed one as well. They have come in bunches.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I just reported it wrong. But E on the announcer. John Ray has 1. Tylen Brown has 2. Grant Williams has 1. And Bradshaw just got the 5th. Williams feeling a little bit of a heat check. Deep two, no good. Rebound by Herron. Cameron Stashke. Down low, he gets it back from Holbrook, and he's fouled. This is the first team foul against Heritage Christian. I think it is on. Yes, it is. Andrew Williams.
Yeah, Javion Amos had positioning inside on Andrew Williams, and Andrew Williams just 2 hands on the back right as he caught the entry pass.
Amos will be the trigger man from the baseline. His pass was low, poked away, and stolen by Williams. He'll go coast to coast. This is his game, and he lays it in. 7 for Andrew Williams.
I've got 7 for Andrew Williams and 7 for Harrison Eckel, so talk about a 1-2 punch.
Added up, 14-6 is the score with 3:45 to go, and another whistle. I believe it is an offensive violation against Herron.
Yeah, 3-second call at that time against Holbrook.
We see our first sub for Heritage Christian. Jack Arterburn will take a seat on the row. It's not a bench anymore. It's a bunch of chairs. Will Christie, the Carmel transfer, is subbed in. Doran will find Christie at the left elbow of the three-point arc. He flings it back to Doran. He looses a 3. It's off the side of the rim. The rebound is to Stashke, and he loses it right to Koster. He bounces it down to Eckel, who loses the ball as well. Wasn't able to control it. Now John Ray, and here comes Herron. It's Amos. He goes to the baseline, picks up his dribble, throws it off of Doran, and it will be out of bounds in favor of the Achaeans underneath their own basket. And this has not been a safe entry pass for Herron at all this game.
No, I think they've got 2 turnovers coming off of the entry pass from underneath their own basket.
Amos will inbound it. Holbrook fires a 3. It's long. Rebound, a long rebound fielded at the three-point line by Eckel, who will go the length of the court, missing with the left hand, but he's fouled by Javion Amos, the senior, and that's team foul number 6 for Herron.
It'll be 2 shots for Harrison Eckel, who has... what it is about him underneath the block is just he's so crafty. He's able to sneak around defenders and get easy looks at the basket.
The first free throw is good. He is now 2 for 3 from the line. He's got 1 more coming. 8 points.
And it's so opposed to his flashy style on the football field where he's making diving catches and touchdowns.
The second one was no good. He will stay at 8. The lead is at 7 for Heritage Christian. 3 minutes to go. Holbrook from the top of the key avoids some pressure, finds Javion Amos, who fires a deep 2 that's no good. Rebound, Bennett Koster snared with both hands. Now Doran quickly moving. Christie 3 on the way. That's no good. So far they missed everything from 3, but they're making everything down low as Andrew Williams gets another one. 9 for him.
Offensive rebounding by this club will get you every time, as it looks like we have a turnover on the other end. Offensive foul called on John Ray III.
Ray tried to split through a couple Eagles who were both set. This was at the free throw line extended, and a timeout being called. It is a 30-second variety. We're going to take one too. Catch our breath. Heritage Christian leads 17-6 on Indiana SRN. We're always in the game.
Today's game is brought to you by Shin Technology Service Corporation. Technology is about humans and not about machines. Dave and his crew has provided 27 years of software needs. Give them a call. Shin Technology Service Corporation. You may reach him by phone at 317-545-3650 or shintechnology.com. For more information, contact Dave. 317-545-3650.
You're listening to Indiana SRN.
Back here at Heritage Christian High School, Alex Stevens and Jonathan Mathis here at the Kim Mountain Pest Control first quarter. John, 8 turnovers in this first quarter for Herron, just 1 for Heritage Christian, and Heritage Christian leads it by 11 here with 2:34 left in the first.
That really tells the story of the game. If you look at the 17 points scored by Heritage Christian, by 2 players, Andrew Williams and Harrison Eckel. A lot of those have been layups. They haven't made a 3 yet. Will Christie tries another layup. A little bit of a reverse. It's too strong. Rebound wiped away by Grant Williams. And here comes the Achaeans of Herron. The pass is too strong. Bethel wasn't able to connect safely with Holbrook. And there's another one, number 9.
But the pieces are there. It just seems like they're not quite all on the same page at times, Jonathan. But you can really tell this is the formulations of a beginning for these Achaeans.
Nice pass. All dangerous, but it ends up Beautiful. Harrison Eckel underneath from Andrew Williams. 10 points for him. 19-6 is the score with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. All in favor of Heritage Christian. They've led the entire way. There have been 2 ties. Holbrook took to the left side. Bethel a 3 from the corner. It is short off the side of the rim. Christie the rebound. And Heritage Christian out. Fast breaking finds Harrison Eckel again. 12 points for him, and I'm running out of space on my scorebook sheet.
Yeah, a bigger one.
I do. 21-6. A buck and a half to go here in the opening quarter. Herron looking for anything offensively. It was close in the beginning, but now the lead is sizable. Ant Williams gets another steal, but he stepped on the line, so there's technically the second turnover of the game for Heritage Christian.
It's an 11-point run for Heritage Christian. It was 10-6 with about 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
15-point lead for Heritage Christian with 1:25 to go. Bethel picks up his dribble. It's Amos, top of the key, a little casual with it. Had some room, but lost it. Christie was able to recover. Holbrook fires a high and outside pass that Bethel's able to corral, and then he drives and draws a foul on Jake Doran, his first team second.
It just seems like at times Heritage Christian just doesn't get to their spots as quick as they should, and that kind of forces them to foul. That time, Jake Doran picking up his first.
Arterburn checks back in for Heritage Christian. The inbound goes from Amos to Bethel. Bethel on the attack, right side of the lane. A right-handed runner draws a foul, I believe, on Will Christie. It is Christie's first, Eagles' third.
And this is the first free throw attempt for the Achaeans tonight. And it'll come from the hands of Cameron Bethel.
Has not taken a free throw attempt yet this year. Dribbles it 3 times, twirls it in the hands once, fires it with the right hand, hit the back of the iron, and sprung off into the arms of Harrison Eckel. He will have another one upcoming.
I don't think that counts as a rebound for you, Harrison, though, so I'm going to leave that blank.
I heard his stats. Second one on the way. Good. That hit the back of the iron and dropped straight down. 3 points for Cameron Bethel. 7 for Herron. They lead by a factor of 3. 60 seconds to go in this opening quarter. 21-7 the score. Heritage Christian, they've been in control this entire first frame. Andrew Williams letting the clock dwindle away. Sends it across the court. Jackson Paul's not going to wait. He's going to hoist a deep 2. 1 foot inside the three-point arc. It was no good. The rebound was batted around, and a jump ball is called in favor of Herron.
And it looked like that was either Bradshaw or Bethel who went down on the floor to go get that and was able to retain an Achaean possession on that one. That's some good effort from the Achaeans.
They tied it up with Harrison Eckel looking for yet another rebound. He has had a splendid game so far. 12 points on the evening and is still very young. A bullet pass was too wide for Bradshaw, recovered by Bethel. Left side of the three-point arc, hoists a 3. It was a little long. Rebound is by Holbrook. He checks it out. A 3 on the way from Brown, no good. Now Bethel saves it into the trouble, right into the paint. Harrison Eckel is able to recover. Andrew Williams, 12 seconds to work, into the corner. Jack Arterburn, 3 good.
And the foul.
Wow. Not a smart foul by Javian Amos.
I'm just surprised. As hard as Jack Arterburn was fouled, he was able to can that 3. Nothing but net.
Now he's looking to add another one from the line. 24-7, 7 and 9/10 seconds remain in this opening quarter. The Achaean cheerleaders plead for a miss. Jack Arterburn does not supply it. 4 for Jack. The classic 4-point play, 4 seconds to go. Amos gets it off well in time, but the shot was short, out of bounds, and that will do it for this first quarter. A very promising one for Heritage Christian. The Eagles lead the Achaeans 25-7. We'll be back. On Indiana SRN, we're always in the game.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
So you called us because you're stressed from all that clutter taking up your space. The best part is we do all the heavy lifting for you, so you can just sit back and relax. Our hunks call at least 20 to 30 minutes prior to your appointment window. You don't need to lift a finger except to point what items you would like us to haul away. Thanks again for choosing College Hunks Hauling Junk, and we look forward to providing you with a stress-free hauling experience.
You're listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Alex Stevens and Jonathan Mathis here with you for the Burtner Electric second quarter. A 15-1 run to end the first quarter for Heritage Christian, and they now lead by a wide margin, Jonathan.
Lead by 18, Alex Stevens, with 8 minutes on that second quarter scoreboard. Heritage Christian leads 25-7. Leading scorers in that first quarter, almost all of them for Heritage Christian came from 2 players. Harrison Eckel had 12, Andrew Williams had 9, 4 for John Ray III, and add a couple more, make that 3. 28-7 is the score as Heritage Christian buries one. And now Herron looks to respond. Matt Ray catches the screen, dumps it down low, driving the lane. Tylen Brown gets it off the glass and in.
Good strong move by Tylen Brown. Almost lost it on the block, but able to recover and put up a nice shot.
Arterburn up to the midpoint of the three-point arc. Paul's in the corner looking for another, but misses off the front of the rim. The rebound is batted around out of bounds in favor of the home team, Heritage Christian.
Well, Paul's just hit one from that spot a minute ago, trying to get it 2 in a row. This time it just goes off the front iron. Luckily, Heritage able to secure the rebound.
Paul's was a 22% three-point shooter before those last 2. Arterburn's a much better one, but he leaves his short. Ray the rebound, leading the fast break, had the ball poked away from behind by Arterburn. Another turnover for Herron. Will Christie the opposite direction towards our right. Paul's underneath, off the glass and in. 5 for Jackson Pauls. 30 for Heritage Christian. They lead 30-9 with a minute gone in the second quarter. Trapped in the corner, Bethel falling down. Errant pass, Arterburn steals it. Moving towards our right to Will Christie. Right hand off the glass and in.
First bucket of the game for Will Christie. And the first assist of the game for Jack Arterburn.
Here's John Ray III, dumps it into the corner. Bethel will try another 3. This one hit the rimmed out. It went around the cylinder before falling into the hands of Jack Arterburn, moving from the left to the right, dumping it back to Doran, swinging it across the court to Christie, into the corner. Pauls, he's going to try it again. This time it's short.
He likes that spot.
He's falling back to his beam. Bethel crossing over Jack Arterburn into the corner. Ray a 3. John Ray III, no good. Will Christie the rebound. 6 minutes to go. Heritage Christian leads 32-9. And you can see Herron, there's a lot there, but they, as Alec was saying earlier, they're just misfiring on a little bit. They don't have the timing down, and so far they haven't had the shooting down as Pauls and Heritage Christian swing the ball in a box formation around the court. It ends up in a 3 for Will Christie, 5 for the senior transfer from Carmel.
You give him about 4 feet of space, he's going to try one from there every single time.
Bethel will try one. Paul's in his face. That glances off the glass in the back of the rim stanchion. And here comes Doran. He heaves it all the way up. A home run pass that leads to a block shot. Jack Arterburn drove. Tylen Brown rejected it. And here comes John Ray III, left side of the court, working towards the center, into the paint, spinning around, puts it up, and gets it to go and draws a foul on Jack Arterburn.
Man, he's working hard. You can see his chest even, but he's hit that shot before. A little turnaround jumper in the paint. It's an impressive shot to make if you can make it with consistency, and he's made it twice.
It currently is 35-11. 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go. John Ray III at the line looking for point number 7.
In case you're
Four times.
As you're keeping track of the run, Jonathan, it's 25 to now 6.
Ray has been a little bit of an antidote, trying to get something going. He has 7 of Herron's 12 points. Doran picked up his dribble 80 feet away from the basket, and now Jalen Williams has a hard time getting the ball across the timeline, and an errant pass. Macaulay Nolan. Coach Corey Jackson is getting a lot of players into the game. There's a turnover, a rare one for Heritage Christian so far this evening.
It's only their third of the game.
Darren Zinnerman, the senior, wearing number 3, brought the ball up before giving it to John Ray with his 7 points. Javian Amos pump fakes a 3, drives down the lane, and draws a foul on Jake Doran, his second.
I'm going to give Jake Doran credit there. It looked like he had gotten there in time, but just a little bit late. But good effort there to try and draw the charge.
Javian Amos, 60% free throw shooter at the line. Where's number 4? It's a big red number 4 on his back. A left-handed shot from the line is good. Point number 1 for Amos. 13 for Herron for the moment. The second one. Spins it in his hands. Dribbles it twice. Spins it again. Lets it go. Front of the rim, no good. It'll stay at 1 point for Amos. But the ball was contested. One Herron player, John Ray, pursued it into the corner. The exchange between Pauls and Doran was not very smooth.
You can tell the chemistry for this unit not quite as cohesive as the starters.
A lot of inexperience as Arterburn fired a pass that was wide from Macaulay Nolan. Pauls is able to fight and get it back to Nolan. Right hand underneath, good.
It's a crafty fake.
Yeah, it was a nice move. It could have been disaster, but here comes Herron. Zinnerman kicks it to Ray, a 3 from the deep elbow, no good. Jalen Williams has the rebound. He's a senior wearing number 3, and White swings a pass that was wide of Arterburn, but he's able to corral it. Looking in a bit of his own defense. Herron trying to stop the Eagles' attack. Its ball's back into Arterburn's hand. Now to Jalen Williams. Takes it into the free throw line. Pops the J that missed it all. And here comes Matt Ray of the Achaeans. Across the timeline to the right. Tylen Brown, a 3. Good.
It's the first assist of the game for the Achaeans.
They don't have many of them on the year. That is assist number 36 to go against their over 210 plus turnovers. They had 9 of them in their win against Indiana Math and Science. Arterburn, a 3 from the corner. Good. Nothing but net.
Well, that's one way to respond.
7 for Jack Arterburn. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Heritage Christian leads 40-16. Working the right side of the three-point arc. Down low, Zinnerman finds Tylen Brown. He hit a 3 last time. Amos pump fakes 1 this time. Drives baseline. Left hand, no good. Paul's the rebound. Left side of the court. Jake Doran to Jack Arterburn in his spot. He likes that 3 in the corner, but he circles up to the top of the key, right by the Screaming Eagle logo. Pass it to Doran. He blows by one man and gets a floater to go.
That's Doran's first bucket of the game.
42 is the score for Heritage Christian. They lead Herron 42-16. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in this first half. The ball is poked away by Arterburn. Macaulay Nolan comes up with it, dribbles it once, picks up his dribble, finds Jake Doran. Smart move. Arterburn in the corner. That's the spot, and he hits another. 10 for Jack Arterburn, bringing up a timeout for Herron. And Heritage Christian looking all sorts of hot as they've been over the last couple of weeks. We'll be back on Indiana SRN. We're always in the game.
Hi, I'm Bill Goodrich, president of Horizon University. Are you interested in completing your college degree from a Christ-centered, biblically integrated, and fully accredited university? In associate and bachelor degree programs designed for students to excel in their professions as they win and disciple others for Christ in business and ministry. For a theologically sound, affordable, and accredited college institution, visit horizonuniversity.edu and start earning your degree. Excellent teaching today for the leaders of tomorrow.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
We're building those futures here. If you're about building better futures one story at a time, come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
You're listening to IndianaSRN.org.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Heritage Christian, the biggest lead they've had all season was in their last game against Covenant Christian. They led by 32 points in the fourth quarter. They are leading by 29 here in the second. Into the lane, Tylen Brown draws a foul, blocking foul against Heritage Christian's Bennett Coster. It is Coster's first foul. It is Heritage Christian's sixth foul, and Herron looking to delay what might be the inevitable, which will be forthcoming, the biggest lead of the season for Heritage Christian. These free throws will stem the bleeding for a little bit. Brown's first free throw, nothing but net, straight through the cylinder. He has another one forthcoming.
I'm sure Coach Douglas would just not tell his players not even pay attention to the score at this point. Just keep going out there and playing your game because they haven't played bad.
The second one was no good. 6 points for Tylen Brown. The long rebound was handled very carelessly by John Ray III. It's out of bounds. Heritage Christian now has it, leading by 28. Jalen Williams gets it to Harrison Eckel. He gets it across the timeline. Hesitation dribble, almost a double dribble. Picks it up, gives it to Andrew Williams. Left side, baseline, up and over the rim. Gets his own rebound. That's his game, and it goes through the second time. 11 for Andrew Williams.
That's his first bucket of the second quarter.
It's a 30-point lead for Heritage Christian, the biggest of this game, the second biggest of the year. John Ray III bounces inside. Tylen Brown poked away by Macaulay Nolan of Heritage Christian. Jalen Williams up to Bennett Coster. Down low to Harrison Eckel. Almost everyone's touched the ball. Jalen Williams will look to finish. He leaves the left-handed layup short. The rebound is out with John Ray III. He had the ball slapped away, and they're going to say it's off John Ray.
Goodness. That's a tough break right there for the Achaeans as they pick up their 14th turnover.
Eric Holbrook looks to sub in for the frustrated senior John Ray III, who has 7 points. He averages 15 and 1, 10th on the year. Andrew Williams inbounds it all the way under the basket. Harrison Eckel off the glass and in. Nice play, great connection by the two. 14 for Eckel. The lead is 32. That matches the biggest lead of the year for Heritage Christian. A long three, no good by Matt Ray. Bennett Coster is able to get the rebound that was loose on the floor for the moment. Andrew Williams with 62 seconds fires it inside. Harrison Eckel bumped, gives it up to Coster. He doesn't really like to shoot. He more focuses on doing the glue guy things. And he's pursued by Bethel, and Heritage Christian had to reset. Now it's down to Andrew Williams, who moved his eyes before the ball was in his hands and then bounced off, but it was off a Herron player after it hit off of Williams, and so Heritage Christian will inbound it underneath their own basket.
Yeah, just squirted out of Andrew's hands and then hit Tylen in the foot.
The inbounds goes into the left corner to Harrison Eckel. He fired a fastball underneath to Macaulay Nolan, misses the first, gets his rebound, and there it is, the biggest lead of the year for Heritage Christian. That might continue to increase. It is 51-17 with 40 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, what you don't want to do if you're Herron is just start hoisting up three-pointers, trying to go for the big shot. Just play your game.
Holbrook thought about hoisting a three-pointer from the right corner before giving it back to Matt Ray, and he'll hoist one from Steph Curry land, and that's good. Maybe that's what they should do, Alex.
Maybe. It's not what I would recommend.
12 seconds now on this first half scoreboard. Heritage Christian leads, commanding lead, 51-20. 6 seconds. Williams splits between a couple players, splits between a couple more. Macaulay Nolan, Harrison Eckel, can he get it off? He does, but he leaves it short, and that will end the first half. A great first half for Heritage Christian. They lead 51-20 as we get ready for halftime. Stay tuned, folks. What do they have to listen forward to here, Alec?
The halftime show coming up, presented by Lawrence Baking Company. Fresh baked donuts every day, 317-897-6850. We will see you on the other end of the halftime show here on Indiana SRN.
Hoosier Basketball Magazine is a 256-page comprehensive survey of all boys and girls high school, men's and women's college, and professional basketball throughout Indiana. Follow Hoosier Basketball Magazine on Twitter at HBB Magazine. For details and or information about the 2018-19 Hoosier Basketball Magazine or about back issues of the same, contact the office at 317-925-8200. Hoosier Basketball Magazine, Indiana's basketball encyclopedia.
Right now it's time for the Artist Spotlight.
Trying to make sense of the sorrow that I feel, holding on for life to the only thing that's real. I've only scratched the surface, I've barely had a taste, but just a glimpse draws my heart to change, and one side of you lays my sin to waste. I don't need to see everything, just more of you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. My sight is incomplete, and I made you look small. I've been staring at my problems for way too long. Realign where my hope is set, until you're all that's left. But just a glimpse draws my heart to change, and one side of you lays my sin to waste. I don't need to see everything, just more of you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. God, be greater than the worries in my life. Be stronger than the weakness in my mind. Be louder. Let your glory come alive. Be magnified. God, be greater than the worries in my life. Be stronger than the weakness in my mind. Be louder. Let your glory come alive. Be magnified. Be magnified. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. Open up my eyes. Take it all away. Magnify, no other name. Open up my eyes to you. To you.
At Lawrence Baking Company, we'll provide you with wholesale bakery products on bulk orders. If you have a special occasion coming up, don't worry. You'll get first-rate bakery products at affordable prices. Treat your taste buds by savoring our delicious bakery products that include donuts, Danish pastries, cookies, muffins, pies, and bagels. We also provide delivery services at $3. If you're unable to reach us, our skilled crew will come to you with your order.
Lawrence Baking Company, 317-897-6850.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Lovell, and you're listening to the Game of the Week on Indiana SRN. And don't forget to tune in to Indiana Sports Talk right after the game. And also, don't forget to go to indianasportstalk.com to find the affiliate in your area.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to IndianaSRN.org.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Alex Stevens and Jonathan Mathis. At halftime, the Heritage Christian Eagles lead by a score over the Herron Achaeans, 51-20. I'll take you real quickly through the stats. Jonathan, leading scorers for Heritage Christian. Harrison Eckel leads all scorers with 14. Jack Arterburn has 10. Andrew Williams has 11. Each of those guys with a couple rebounds. For Herron, they're led in scoring by John Ray III. He has 7. Tylen Brown has 6. And they are led in rebounding by Grant Williams, who has 4. 19-16, the rebounding battle being won by the Achaeans, actually. In terms of turnovers, though, Herron is leading Heritage Christian, and not in a good way, 14-3. And that may be one of the reasons they find themselves in such a deep hole, but really, it just feels like Heritage Christian can do no wrong on the offensive end.
No, they can't. I don't think they picked it up as it went on, Alec, but they weren't really shooting the three-pointer that great until later in the second quarter, but they didn't really need to in the first because they were getting all they could attack the basket at will.
Yeah, and they got just tons of points in the paint, and Harrison Eckel was just feasting on the interior, really lit it up from inside. He only scored 2 points in the second quarter, but he wasn't really on the court all that much, as we saw names like Macaulay Nolan, and we even saw Jackson Powell's get in on the action, as well as Jalen Williams, and I'm sure we'll see even more down the list as this game goes on. And it's time now, Jonathan, for the Aspen Creek Grill trivia question. And if you know the answer to this trivia question, tweet it to @IndianaSRN with the hashtag Aspen Creek Trivia.
What do you do if you don't know the answer? You just want to tweet anyway.
Yeah, just go ahead and, say hi.
All right. Do that then.
And we will draw a winner from the correct answers. The winner will receive a $25 gift card to the Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville, where it will be notified on Sunday afternoon. This is a bit of a vague question, but as I explain it, it'll get more interesting.
I'm ready. Hit me.
What occurred in the 1989-1990 season in the girls' state finals that had nothing to do with the outcome of the game? So it was a
say that again.
It was a freak event. It was a freak event that happened during the 1989-1990 season in the girls' state finals. It had nothing to do with the outcome of the game. It was a freak event.
Fall down?
The hints are the weather was a factor. Many fans were 105 miles away from home, and the championship game was played at Market Square Arena. Do you remember Market Square Arena?
I love Market Square Arena. I went to many Pacer games at Market Square. True story.
1989-1990 season. A freak event occurred. It had nothing to do with the outcome of the game, but it was newsworthy. Again, your hints are the weather was a factor. Fans were there from up to 105 miles away from home. The championship game was played at Market Square Arena. If you know the answer, tweet it to @IndianaSRN with the hashtag Aspen Creek Trivia. Thanks to Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville for sponsoring high school sports on Indiana SRN.
What a trivia question.
Yeah, that
might be the most trivia question in the history of trivia questions.
Yeah, I honestly had no idea. I took a peek at the answer just because I was so curious, and I had no idea, and that is just wild.
You might not even be able to search for that, but hit us up, Twitter. Yeah, you should do that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you should answer anyway, and chance to win a $25 gift card to the Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville. We're just moments away from tip-off. And Jonathan, I want to ask your opinion on this. What do you think Herron needs to do to get through this second half and try and take something positive away?
I think if they can turn it over less, that would be pretty encouraging. Just show internal incremental improvement. They have been doing that. They had a big win against Indiana Math and Science, as we said earlier. But this is a very good Heritage Christian basketball team, and they're going to be learning a lot about themselves and where they can grow. But show some improvement from the first half. I mean, what would you say?
I would say come out and show you can execute as a team. Go do what you practice in practice. Show coach that you've been listening and really are paying attention, and you are giving 100% effort through the rest of this game. Don't even look at the scoreboard.
Onto the courts strides the starters for Heritage Christian: Jake Doran, Andrew Williams, Jack Arterburn, Harrison Eckel, and Bennett Coster. They combine for 37 points. Coster's the only one who hasn't scored yet. They will be joined by not the starting lineup for Herron. It is Matt Ray, Cameron Bethel, John Ray III, Tylen Brown, and Grant Williams, the 6'5 senior, wearing black and neon lime green. It's not neon, it's lime green. It's Nike shoes. The ball has been inbounded to Bethel. A little bit of hop dribble across to the top of the key, moving over towards his left, where he handed off to John Ray, looking to prod through the Eagle defense. Hasn't really found a way yet. Now they just do, kicking it into the corner. Bethel, the pivot foot slid a bit, but he's able to get it. Tylen Brown, who hoists a three, no good. Andrew Williams, the rebound, heaves it all the way up. Harrison Eckel, in his wide receiver role, lays in the 16th point of this contest, 53-20.
What vision Andrew Williams has to be able to make that baseball pass all the way to the paint on the other side of the court.
It was impressive. He grabbed the rebound, hit the ground, and chucked it. Eckel stays in front of Ray. Williams gets the steal, aided by Eckel. Right hand good off the glass. 13 for Andrew Williams. Needs 6 more for his average. Herron beginning this quarter just as sloppy as it has been. Tylen Brown underneath, bumps Eckel once, puts up a fadeaway, no good. Grant Williams the rebound. His putback is off the back iron. Doran fell to the ground, passed the ball before he laid it out of bounds. And here's a foul, I believe, on Harrison Eckel, who disagrees with it, thought it was a jump ball, to no avail.
I mean, that's just bodies flying for the ball. Herron's going to come away with the ball on that one. And honestly, I'm not insinuating anything, Jonathan, but I wouldn't be surprised to see more calls going Herron's way than not. More of those 50-50 calls.
Possible. The inbound from Bethel goes to Grant Williams, left baseline, took it up to one of the blocks, and then had the ball poked away by Bennett Coster. He's pesky. Here's Doran looking to size up the defense before offering the ball to the left side of the three-point arc to Andrew Williams down low. One bounce back, quick hitter to Eckel, who's fouled by Williams.
They spread that was where they spread the entire defense out. Andrew Williams flashes to the middle. The defense collapses and totally neglects Harrison Eckel, who sees his man leave and then just makes for the hoop, ends up going to the free throw line.
Eckel at the free throw line makes the first. He's beginning the second half, much how he began the first when he had 12 points in the first quarter. 12 of Heritage Christian's 25 in that frame. He's made one free throw. There's the second one. That one's in and out. 17 for Harrison Eckel. Here comes Herron towards our right in their black uniforms with red numbers. Bethel tossed one up off the front of the rim. The putback is good by Grant Williams. 2 points for Grant. 22 for Herron on the scoreboard. They trail by 33 with 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Andrew Williams leading the point for Heritage Christian. Matt Ray giving him plenty of space. Now it's to Doran on the right side of the court. Took it back to center court before they swing it around triangle fashion deep underneath the Arterburn off the glass, and yes.
Was that no look?
That was indeed. He just swung that looking right at the defender towards his right. Bethel dribbling between his legs, in between the circles, hands it to Ray. Ray now almost at the HC in the midcourt, fires another one, and he likes it from 30 feet away.
All right.
6 for Matt Ray, 58 for Heritage Christian, 25 for Herron. 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Doran top of the key, bounces it down low. How is he so wide open? Andrew Williams. Timeout. J.D. Douglas wants to talk it over. It's another 30-second. They have 2 more left. Heritage Christian leads 60-25.
This third quarter brought to you by Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. You can reach them at 317-472-7600.
Nice music, Alex. You're spinning that on your turntable right next. It's amazing how you're able to multitask.
Yeah, I got a dual set in front of me and a little microphone right in front of me so I can call the action while I'm spinning the discs.
He's the voice of Hoosier Basketball Magazine. He's spinning tracks. He's providing great analysis, keeping track of the stat book. Utility man, Alex Stevens.
I'll tell you this, Jonathan, just to get back to the game. I wanted to comment on this. I would be surprised if Coach Douglas drew up a play where Matt Ray hoists up a three from the volleyball line and hits it.
And he's done it twice so far. Well, Bethel will try it. He'll leave it a little long. He had to take a bit off that one. He could have made it if it was from the volleyball line. But here comes Andrew Williams moving towards our light, almost unbothered. But he has had some contact, and his shot, backhanded layup, was no good. It was altered, and here comes Matt Ray across the court towards our right. Holbrook now gives it to John Ray III, draws some contact in the lane, and it's good. Blocking foul called on Jack Arterburn.
I'm going to see if they... No, there's going to be no shot. They're going to give it underneath the basket.
This was the NBA, Alec.
Oh, if there was continuation, for sure.
An issue for Herron over the course of the year, and this is something that as John Ray inbounds it John Ray III inbounds it to his brother Matt Ray, who is in his sweet spot, 30 feet away from the basket, lobs it down low for Grant Williams, poked away by Jack Arterburn. As I was saying, here comes Jake Doran, is that Herron has played 20 players so far this season, and we're not even halfway through the basketball season. Eckel underneath. That shot's no good. Pressured by Grant Williams and then fouled. Harrison Eckel fouled Bethel. That is Eckel's second.
That's just a frustration foul. Eckel with himself for missing that bunny, trying to go hard after the rebound. Picked up the foul.
But it's hard to build chemistry when you have almost 24 players playing over the course of 9 games.
It's like a rotating door almost.
It is. Rotating screens from Grant Williams, tries to free up Matt Ray. He sets up John Ray, who hits a three. 10 for John.
2 assists on the night for Herron. Both of them belong to Matt Ray.
Maybe let him run the point. Here's Jake Doran. Catches a cross-court pass underneath. Nice. It's pretty. Jack Arterburn delivers. Assist to Doran. 2 for Arterburn, and he's going to be able to try to earn another as a foul was called on Herron's number 32, Eric Holbrook, his first.
Unofficially, that is Jake Doran's 7th assist on the night. He has been dishing it out.
Currently and officially, Jack Arterburn has 14 points. If he makes this one, it would be 15. It's in the air. It's good. Jake Arterburn, 62% free throw shooter. Perfect so far this evening. 2 for 2. Bethel, Matt Ray from half court, sizing up Arterburn. Arterburn playing out a lot closer now after Ray's hit 2 from forever. He puts up a floater this time after he blew by Arterburn from the free throw line. The shot was no good. John Ray III is able to corral it. Andrew Williams all by himself underneath, lays it in off the glass. 4 for Grant Williams. 63-30 is the score with 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Bennett Coster, Harrison Eckel, top of the key. Matt Ray ignores him as he's trying to watch out for Jake Doran. And now Jack Arterburn has it on the right side before giving up to Coster, who replaces him. And now he is dribbling, crossing between his legs into the corner. Arterburn looking for Andrew Williams. Gives it back to Coster. Towards us, left side of the court, is Jack Doran. Down low, Eckel backs up his man. Right hand athletic move. 19 for Harrison Eckel. The lead extends to 35.
And I know he's got a whole slew of fans at home listening, and he is delivering tonight. Good, strong move on the block.
19 for number 13. Here's some congestion on the right side of the arc. Stripped away. Andrew Williams fires for Eckel. Make it 21.
Someone say fire, and he just finds his way underneath the basket as timeout is called. We'll take it with him. You're listening to the Morales Group third quarter on Indiana SRN.
Time was that greed, yes, greed and selfish views seemed the fashion. Men in high places abandoned values that are the foundation and stability of America. I say time is for America to change. Time is for men to measure up. Freemasonry believes a man's greatness can be measured, not by his wealth or fame, but by his deeds, his character, his love for his fellow creatures. In this time of great hope, America needs great men to step forward. So is there greatness in you? Ask. MillersvilleLodge.org.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer, and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
You're listening to IndianaSRN.org.
Welcome back. High above the basketball court here at Heritage Christian High School. The Eagles have not disappointed. They lead Herron 67-30 with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter. We were talking about what we were hoping to see from Herron's perspective, and instead it's been Harrison Eckel. He has been fantastic. 7 points in this third frame.
Yeah, and he's done it really on the fast break. He just scrambles underneath the basket, and then somehow Andrew Williams, who somehow ends up with the ball, is able to find him somehow.
Here is Herron attacking the basket with the ball. Was Bethel is no good. The putback no good by Grant Williams. The rebound, Will Christie surrounded by three Achaeans, and he airmails a pass to Jalen Williams out of bounds in front of the Eagle cheerleaders.
That's only
not ready for the pass.
Right. That's only the first turnover of the second half for Heritage Christian. They have played very clean basketball.
Bethel inbounds a dangerous one to John Ray III. Almost poked away from Coster. And here's a moving screen. No? The foul is on, yes, moving screen on Herron's Robert Bradshaw, the junior. Third team foul in this half for Herron.
I'll say this about Herron. I really feel like the pieces are there, Jonathan, to build something. I feel like they're all there. If they can play with this unit consistently, you could really start making something out of this. The athleticism is all there.
And Herron, as you well know, they play with much worse facilities than almost any other team in 3A. It's a charter school. They're trying to build a program. They had some success, but they're really trying to spark something. Couple sectional titles, 2009 and 2011, nothing beyond that. Will Christie and Heritage Christian, they've had a lot more success. Their eyes are on stuff a lot bigger here this year. Williams will drive the basket, left side of the lane, circling it back out. Here comes Jalen Williams. He'll try at the right, but it's no good. A little too strong off the orange of the rim. And here comes John Ray III, taking on Bennett Coster, blocking foul Bennett Coster. Second.
I'll tell you who's had some tough luck tonight, and that's Jalen Williams. He's gotten some clean looks at the basket, just can't finish tonight for some reason.
The rim has not been kind to Mr. Jalen Williams. The inbound is the opposite number 3, Darren Zinnerman. Right in front of the Herron cheerleaders to John Ray III. Dribbles between his legs, crosses over Bennett Coster for giving it to Zinnerman, who will take a 2 off the front of the rim, and then falling into the arms of Andrew Williams, who is increasing his impressive statistical output this evening. Bennett Coster, Paul's underneath, working on Bradford. The pass bounces off the hands and the chest of Jalen Williams before going out of bounds, and the horseshoe, the four-leaf clover, whatever the luck issue is, Jalen Williams has got to go just rummaging through all the rabbit feet.
He's a little snake pit tonight. That went right through his hands. It looked like it might have hit him in the face.
Yeah, I think it hit him right in the chest. The numbers on the football field, and John Ray III adds a three more numbers to his scoring total as he hits a 3, 13 for him. Andrew Williams looks to get across the timeline. Bethel was pressuring him. Now Kane picked up his dribble before finding Jackson Pauls, who hit a 3, then missed 2 in the second quarter. Williams with 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and looking at a 34-point lead, will let the clock start to whittle away. Zinnerman gave him some pressure, He has to give it up to Jalen Williams. The stake bit number 3 in white for Heritage Christian. Working on his defender, Grant Williams. Doesn't need a screen. Gives it to Andrew Williams. No relation. He's working towards his right. Crosses over into the paint. Kicks it out. Has it stolen away by Grant Williams of no relation. Here comes Bethel into the corner. John Ray III at the buzzer. It's no good off the front of the rim, and that will do it for the third quarter. 67-33 in favor of Heritage Christian. On Indiana SRN, we are always in the game.
Just 2 years ago, internet radio seemed to be a mysterious phenomenon. It was available for use, but there wasn't much data. That has changed. Today, there is a growing body of information on internet radio. 7 out of 10 people ages 18 to 45 prefer to listen to internet radio than a terrestrial radio station. If you are interested in reaching this audience, email us at coach@indianasrn.org. We look forward to sharing our low rates with you and help to market your business. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory. Thousands of people get jobs here from all of these diverse backgrounds. We're helping write that story of that better future that we know they can get. We know that they deserve.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
You're listening to IndianaSRN.org.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Story above this basketball court that has seen many state titles performed by the girls team, and right now, this evening, they're seeing a very impressive performance by the boys team. The Heritage Christian Eagles lead the Herron Achaeans 67-33, getting ready for this final frame. Alex Stevens, the Eagles have been impressive.
They really have, and it's really been selfless basketball, and I think that's what we all love to see. We love to see the dime passes, the pocket passes, the no-look passes. The really impressive stuff has been on display here tonight from Heritage Christian, and then the bench guys getting some solid playing time now.
Jake Doran, the lone starter on the floor for Heritage Christian. He is joined by Jalen Williams, who passes it inside Macaulay Nolan. He misses. Will Christie gets the rebound. Back to Jalen Williams, bobbled it, and then traveled in the process. Rough evening for he's the only one having a rough evening. Jackson Pauls is the 5th Eagle on the floor. He's the only one who did touch the ball in that possession. For Herron in their black uniforms, red numerals accented in white, it is Darren Zinnerman running the point, giving it up to John Ray III. Catches a screen from Grant Williams before he fades back into the paint. Gives it back to Zinnerman. It loses the ball in the lane, almost picked up by Robert Bradshaw wearing number 30. And the 5th player, as a jump ball is called, it will stay with Herron. It is number 23, Cameron Bethel, who has 3 points all in the first quarter.
I like the effort that I'm seeing, and I know that effort points are a little bit overlooked, but Herron's really laying it all out on the court tonight. They have not given up, and there's something to be said for that.
That's true. There's 30 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Grant Williams gets up a shot in the paint off the back of the rim. He gets the bobbled rebound. Now Will Christie has it. Outlet pass. Jake Doran draws the foul, misses the layup, but will have a couple shots at it from the charity stripe.
And I think this is a good time to remind everyone of the Aspen Creek Grill trivia question, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Here's the question. What occurred in the 1989-90 season in the girls' state finals that had nothing to do with the outcome of the game, a freak event? The weather was a factor. Many fans were 105 miles away from home, and the championship game was played at Market Square Arena. If you know the answer, tweet it to @IndianaSRN with the hashtag Aspen Creek Trivia for a chance to win a $25 gift card to the Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville.
Doran made the first free throw, makes the second. 4 points for Jake Doran. It's above his season average of 2.9. The lead is 69-33. A fiery pass from Zinnerman was too much for Bethel to handle, but John Ray could answer. He picked it up, drove down the lane, and got point number 15.
He's been impressive. Very quick step off the dribble for John Ray.
Jalen Williams is able to successfully pass the ball to Doran, who has his pass tipped by Bethel before getting it back from Will Christie. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in this game. All Heritage Christian, no lead changes needed. There were 2 ties in the first quarter, but Heritage Christian has been in complete control ever since. Dorn has the ball back. Bethel denying him towards his right, making him go left. The redhead does so. Pulls back to the free throw line before attacking. Dumps it back to Pauls. Right at the free throw line. Thought about his fourth three-point attempt. Passes it up instead to Jalen Williams. His entry pass to Macaulay Nolan was poked away. Now Williams loses it after his scramble into the arms of Will Christie. Right side, Dorn splits between two Akeans. Down low, Macaulay Nolan wasn't ready for it. And Dorn's brilliant entry pass spiked off the back wall.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a helter-skelter possession, Jonathan, as they were really looking for a clean look inside, but Herron, for the first time in a while, did a great job of taking away the interior.
They did. 6 minutes to go. Zinnerman finds John Ray III with his 15 points and the red number 5 on his back. Passes up to Bethel. Ball was swiped at by Pauls, and the referee thought a little too aggressively. First foul on Jackson Pauls. Team's 5th of this second half. The referees, they haven't really had to swallow their whistles, but they haven't used them either.
No,
it's been pretty clean.
Yeah, it's been a quiet game as Andrew Williams checking back in, as well as John Henry McLemore. First time we've said his name tonight.
Not the rapper. The freshman at Heritage Christian.
The freshman.
The inbounds will go to Zinnerman, wearing number 3. Now it's to Grant Williams in his black and green shoes. To John Ray III, back to Zinnerman. Right side of the arc, swings it into the paint and puts it up off the glass and good. I believe John Henry McLemore found his way into the stat book.
Just not in the way he wanted to.
Nope, but he has officially played this game. 1 foul for John Henry McLemore. He adjusts his jersey with a unique short style that Heritage Christian deploys. Zinnerman's free throw on the way. Back iron, no good. He'll stay with 2 points. He has not made a free throw yet this year, and he didn't add to that total on that side. 69-37, 5.5 to go. Andrew Williams currently 4 points shy of his season average. Gives it to John Henry McLemore with his 1 foul. Looking for 1 assist. Will Christie passes up that opportunity to drive down the lane and off the glass and in.
Will Christie with the energy as always.
7 for Christie. Oh, look at that. From the corner, Javian Amos gets his 3 to go. 4 for him. 71-40 with 50 to go. McLemore, a 3. No, the rebound. Grant Williams rips it away and gives it up to John Ray III. He has Will Christie guarding him. Christie inside the 3-point arc. Ray on the outside. They swing it around the horn like a clock. It's Amos who's feeling it, but his shot was no good. Up and over the rim. Christie the rebound. Here comes Andrew Williams with his 15 points. Over to the side. Paul spots up a J. That was no good. Left it a little short. Macaulay Nolan battling for the rebound, and a foul called, and a little bit of a disagreement between Nolan and the Herron player, Grant Williams.
Getting a little testy out there, and that's what we want to be careful of in this game, but really things have, had a cover on them. It's been relatively clean.
Williams, Andrew that is, will inbound it. Currently on the floor for Heritage Christian is Andrew Williams, Will Christie, Jackson Pauls, Macaulay Nolan, and John Henry McLemore with his 1 foul.
And Jonathan, I'm not assessing blame to either side of this, but Javion Amos just came out of the game, and he was one of the players that was starting to get a little testy with the opposition. And so I think that was a smart move by J.D. Douglas to give Amos just some time to cool off, and maybe we'll get him some more minutes when he feels ready.
Will Christie will receive an inbounds ball after it was poked out of bounds in the backcourt for Heritage Christian. Gets it across the timeline, guarded by Grant Williams. For Herron at the moment, John Ray III, Zinnerman, Tylen Brown, who we haven't seen that much of in the second half, or at least in the fourth quarter. He's getting back down by Pauls. Pauls almost owned him, but nice defense by Brown. The entry outlet pass, Zinnerman goes the length, had his shot blocked, but Will Christie got him with the body, and Zinnerman will go to the line. Looking for his first made free throw of the year.
This isn't the first time Zimmerman's been to the line. He's 0 for 1 from the line. Been a spotty free throw shooting night for Herron. They've been about 50%.
Hey, got it.
And Zinnerman gets it.
First made free throw of the year for the senior. Stands 5'8". 3 points at the moment, matching his number on his jersey. He could get 4 now. He does not. It'll stay at 3, but Herron gets the rebound. John Ray the third. Nice play by the senior leader. 17 for number 5.
He's been impressive. I think I said that already, but he really has.
He's a very good player. It's a rough situation what they're trying to build this program through, but they got a gem in John Ray the third. Now Christie eludes his defender. Underneath, Andrew Williams gets 2 more. 17 for him. Nice pass from Christie.
Yeah, what a dime that was.
Popping to 3, Zinnerman. 6 for Zinnerman. He was made a 30% three-point shooter. We're going to come back. Heritage Christian leads with 3:27 to go, 73-46 on Indiana SRN. We're always in the game.
At Lawrence Baking Company, we'll provide you with wholesale bakery products on bulk orders. If you have a special occasion coming up, don't worry. You'll get first-rate bakery products at affordable prices. Treat your taste buds by savoring our delicious bakery products that include donuts, Danish pastries, cookies, muffins, pies, and bagels. We also provide delivery services at $3. If you're unable to reach us, our skilled crew will come to you with your order.
Lawrence Baking Company, 317-897-6850.
At Auto Express, we offer friendly customer service, exceptional work, and fair pricing. Customer loyalty and confidence are important to us. When our customers have questions, we are ready with answers. We're open weekdays 8 to 6 and Saturday 8 to 3. Come visit Auto Express at 9065 East Pendleton Pike, just east of Post Road, or call 317-897-6618. Auto Express, we're here for your auto repair and maintenance needs.
You're listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Alex Stevens and Jonathan Mathis here with you. You're listening to the McIntyre Imaging fourth quarter. McIntyre Imaging, we take pictures of everything. Call us at 317-997-9570. Jonathan?
The picture on the court is Heritage Christian dominant. 73-46, 3.5 to go here in the game. Will Christie brings across the line. The Carmel transfer zips by Grant Williams, whose dad played against Carmel. And Andrew Williams drives the lane with the right, getting the basket, and will go to the line.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet if there wasn't that much contact, they would have let that contact go there in this circumstance. But it's hard to let that one go when you can see body on body there.
It's true. 6 fouls on the quarter, or on the half, for Herron. Williams is good at the line. 20 points for Andrew Williams. Another productive outing for the brilliant senior for Heritage Christian. Tylen Brown up top to Zinnerman, guarded by John Henry McLemore with his 1 foul. Underneath Grant Williams. It's no good. The rebound is bobbed up in the air by Jackson Pauls. Williams got that second rebound and then went up and was fouled by Pauls.
I'll tell you, Grant Williams has been a real bright spot for Herron. He has 10 rebounds on the night and has just been making a living on the offensive glass.
He has 2 free throws upcoming. Twirls the ball in his hand, looked at it like it was a snow globe for a second, and then bricked his free throw. Out comes Andrew Williams, who has improved his impressive season scoring average. Will Christie also checks out, checking in Macaulay Nolan and Jalen Williams, who could really use a basket. Second free throw, Grant Williams. There's Williams everywhere. This one misses a free throw. Pauls will bring across the timeline haphazardly for dumping it back to Jalen Williams. Williams guarded by John Ray III. Dribbles between his legs, 25 feet through the basket, and then rockets a pass through the hands of a JV player for Heritage Christian. The inbounder will be Zuri Cassell for Herron. It goes to Zinnerman. Zinnerman catches a screen from Grant Williams. Gives it to Grant Williams. Spins towards the baseline. Puts up a right-hander. It was nowhere close. Jalen Williams the rebound. Cut off by Tylen Brown. Swings all the way across the court. He's reversing field like a kick returner. Gives it to Pauls, and he fires a pass through Williams' hands. Bounce pass from John Ray III. Kicks up by a cheerleader for Heritage Christian. The pass was way in front of Tylen Brown.
I love how energetic Coach Douglas is down there. You would think this is a 3-point game, as animated as he is on the sideline.
You would. It is a 30-point game, as McLemore is in trouble, and he's fouled by Zinnerman, who then played some hot potato with the basketball as he was thinking about going up for a layup that would not have counted. His second.
It's been one of those nights, really.
That it has, Alec.
As are we making the long walk to the other end? It looks as though McLemore is a little bit banged up. May have been
popped in the nose. He has tissue under his nose.
So he'll check out in favor of Coster.
Well, John Henry McLemore will sit down on the bench with his 1 foul and no points, as Bennett Coster will look for his first point of this contest. Dribbles it once, puts it up. In and out, no good. He stays at 0. Pauls gets the congested rebound. Back up top to Coster. Jalen Williams fires a pass that was poked away by Tylen Brown. The Herron fans disagreed, but it was rather obvious.
Yeah, it's just a little obvious, but I mean, it shows you the perspective.
2 minutes, 6 seconds to go. 30-point lead for Heritage Christian. Jalen Williams down the right side of the lane. His shot is blocked, and he's fouled by Grant Williams. No relation. 4th foul on Grant. 8th on Herron in the second half. And Jalen Williams, a 67% free throw shooter, will go to the line looking for his first points of this contest. The first one on the way. It's no good. The 1-and-1 has not been kind to Heritage Christian, but they got the rebound each time, and they did here as well. Bennett Coster has the ball. 27 feet away from the basket. Works towards his left. Now pulls it back before crossing over and sending it to the left wing to Pauls. Up top. Now back to Pauls. He hands it off to Coster, right behind him, right in front of Coach Corey Jackson and the Eagle bench. Coster working towards his right. Zinnerman gambled for a steal, wasn't able to get it. Pauls will pull it back, and there's 1 minute, 30 seconds left in this game. 30-point lead for Heritage Christian, and it feels like, Alec, that Heritage Christian is trying to work the clock.
Yeah, a little weave action, trying to just keep the ball in space.
Coster doinks the pass off of Jalen Williams. He's able to recover. They won't say over and back, although he is on the back court. Coster now picks up his dribble after being double-teamed by a couple of Keans. Down, Jalen Williams, left hand.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Zinnerman has the rebound. Up to John Ray III. He'll try a 3. That's short. Jalen Williams the rebound. 54 seconds to go.
Man,
poor guy.
He could have not have had more of an open look, and he's just too strong on the layup for Jalen Williams, who has just had terrible luck tonight.
Into the left corner, Macaulay Nolan takes it to the top of the key, picks up his dribble, look for Jalen Williams. Gives it up instead to Bennett Coster, left side. 30 seconds left in this one. 30-point lead. It is Paul's left side of the arc. Now up top, and they're going to, this I think will do it. Alex Stevens, Heritage Christian entered on a 4-game winning streak. They'd outscored their opponents in that win streak by 61 points. Add 30 more to it. Heritage Christian will go to the city tournament on a tear. They're 10-2 now and victorious this evening over Herron, 76-64.
And